My name is Maxim Gauthier. I'm the game creator of Hellbringer, and today I'm gonna do a little game with you guys. Hope you guys will enjoy. Just before like playing and explaining you all that stuff, just wanted to do a quick reminder that the game is now available on late pledge until June 30. So if you ever plan or like what you see, you can always go there, just under here on hellbringergame.com/linktree. You've got all the links that you can find to just find the game and buy it if you'd like to play the game physically. Yeah, so with that said, I'm gonna go right away with the game on Tabletop Simulator. So here we are, and I'm just gonna remove this over here. Boop. There we go. So we're on Tabletop Simulator. The game is totally free except for the Tabletop Simulator, so if you have it, it's gonna be free. If not, you need to pay for this game. It's only available on PC right now, but yeah, you can go there and download the game. I'm gonna do like a very quick reminder for all of the rules of the game. I did one game in French like a few days back, and I just explained it everything again for no reason. So clearly I'm gonna do this in English too. So whatever, I'll just explain it all again. So hope you guys will enjoy that. If you don't want to just have everything explain it to you again, you can just skip to the game and just see it from there. If I ever lose to the game, because this is not scripted at all, I will really play like one game with the expansion. I'm just gonna finish the game, and like I will not be dead, just to like the purpose of this video. So anyway, with that said, this is what you get when you finally start the game. I strongly suggest you to place the lift weight over here and the rotation degrees at 45. Main reason is that the game rules better with that. You can press this little X over here to remove this. You can select don't ask again for this URL. Actually, this is the video just over there. Oh, wait, not here. My camera is not working, so I'm just gonna make that functional again. Boop. And oh, still not working. Always having some problems with that. Don't know why. Now it should be working again. There you go. All right, so I will be able to just show you a bunch of stuff there. So anyway, so over there is the actual video that I'm talking about. You can always listen to the tutorial and play the game in the tutorial mode, which is available over here. You just have to press it to select it. So anyway, just have to press open and everything will shows up. And we'll play a game like I told you with the expansion. So I will be able to play with the extension, which is the little button over here on the bottom right. And you can always play the game with the base game only, so that is going to remove a bunch of stuff, which is the cards over here, the portal cards, all of this, and this expansion. So it's just a simpler version of the game, which is the actual first version of the game, and after that you can put some variation with the two expansion. So with that said, I'm just gonna hit the play with expansion, and everything is gonna set up, so I don't have anything to do. The game will all be removing some stuff, placing some cards. The only thing I'll have to do, if since I'm playing a quick game, because this is the only thing available actually right now, is the scenario one, so you can play a quick game, which is this one over here, or the camping mode. So if you ever want to, I don't know, try to figure out the camping mode with the first one, you can play it right there. I'm not gonna read any of the tone, sorry about the misspell. And yeah, so I'm gonna go with the quick game, and I'm just gonna select any of the available class, even the hunter, which is normally not available. This is just to, you know, give you a quick overview of what's going on. So anyway, I'll hit the button and you'll see everything is gonna start to get shuffled and everything. And you can see right there that this part is highlighting. So just gonna go there, and I'm gonna take a look at the different classes and the cards I have in my hands, but also this thing over here. Just gonna do this slowly, so I don't want to shuffle any of these cards in this pile. And I've got all these cards available for my selection of any of these classes. So right now I can actually see, because of course I'm the game creator of Hellbringer, so I know all the cards, but I'm just gonna go really slowly with you and try to explain my thoughts and why I'm picking these things. So we've got a bunch of cards in my hands. So I've got piercing armor. So you can read the card really quickly here. This is the title, the cost to just activate a card. The little circle with the color in it is to which class it's. How do we say that? The class that can actually use this, or not use this, but can learn it. This is the icon of the card, how it's working, and the effect over here. So, man, my hand is really white. So anyway, so this is how you read a card. So this one over here, do a -10 armor to the enemy on your next attack during this turn. This one gives us a slight bonus. This is an object. We've got the treants over here. This is a companion. We've got a spell, which is Inferno, which is actually a spell from the Sorcerer. And over here, we've got the Wizard Staff, the Wizard Robe, a Tidal Wave, which is a spell from the Sorcerer, and finally a Relic of Knowledge, which is another stuff for the Sorcerer. So clearly I'm gonna go Sorcerer for this game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna again make something works. Not gonna be long. There you go. And I'm gonna remove the in-game music. Alright, so my hand should be not transparent, which is the old purpose of my thing that I just did. So, alright, so I'm gonna explain why I've explained why I've selected the Sorcerer. So while you select any of your class, you're gonna be able to select between two of these cards. And since I'm playing with the quick game, since I'm playing a quick game, I'll be able to only select between one of these two perks. So what do we have here? We've got Sorcerer Staff, which is an object for the Sorcerer, and when we use it, that's going to do 2 red dice and 2 green dice of damage, and we get a bonus of 5 armor. And here is a spell, and that's going to do 3 damage plus 1 if we have at least 6 skills. So I'm going to get back at what are these icons in a few seconds. So we can select between these two, and we can select between these two. So for this one, I'm going to choose the Sorcerer Staff just to get a little bit tankier. And for this one, I'm going to go with Guardian Spirit, which is actually a very good defensive card. And finally, since we're playing the quick game, we can pick the starter elixir right into our hands. All of the rest can be placed in the box over here or removed from the game, doesn't matter. And for the rest of the stuff, we can just place the perk into the perk section over here. We can now just write down all our stuff over here on the stats section. That's there, 2, 4, and 5. So I'm gonna go to all of them really soon and just take a quick look at the enemies to place them according to my perception, and I do have enough to have all of them inside. So I'm gonna go quickly now with the player board. So we've got over here we've got the health and the armor. So how it works in Hellbringer is really different from the RPG genre. So you've got to combine the health and the armor together to get the maximum amount to get when you roll the dice to kill the target. So if you got enough or higher, the target is eliminated. So for the sorcerer, the amount the enemy need to get is 35. If they reach that or higher, I'm dead. That's the same thing that is applied to the companions and the enemies. The difference between health and armor is that health is stable and the armor can be totally reduced, or there can be like armor penetration and stuff like that. After that, we've got the perception, the sight. So this amount will change where the card is going to be placed on the enemy board. So we've got 3 sections. This is inside, out of sight, and this one here is not going to be used since I'm playing solo, but this one is for when you're playing in co-op. So you're going to place the enemies according to the perception that you will have. So right now we're going to compare my perception, my sight, which is 3, to this one. So this one is only 1, so I've got a higher perception, so I have him in sight, so it's going to be placed there. Crocodile is the same thing, and that's the same for arachnid. I have the same amount required. If there were to be like any enemies that have 4 or higher, the enemy would be placed out of sight. What does matter is that when it's going to be the enemy turn, they're going to attack me, and that's going to be the same for any enemy on the enemy board. So no matter where they place, they're all going to attack you. So this only affects who I can actually target and try to kill. So that's it for the perception. Now we've got the action points, which is the little lightning bolt here. So the amount here is the number of actions I can do, and it also is the power level of my my class. So the more I will get, the more I'll be able to use stronger cards, and the more I'll be able to perform combos. So I'll be able, like, if I've got 5, I could use like 1 card that costs 3 and 2 cards that cost 1, or stuff like that. So I can do any combos that I'll like, but I can only use any cards placed or in my hands once into the same round, except if any cards tells me something different. After that, we've got the skill points, which is the little green book. So this is the amount of card you can place on your right over here. So 4 is like I could place a total of 4 cards over here. Of course, they need to have this little icons over here, which is the same as this one over here. So I can place up to 4 cards. This were to be higher, I could place more cards. If I had to lose one, I'll have to just destroy one and put it into the discard pile. So after that, we've got the number of cards in hand, which is this little icon over here. At the very end of my turn, I'll need to have this amount of card in my hand. If I got like less, I'll need to draw some into the common draw pile, which is over here. And if I got too many, I'll have to discard some to get back to this number. And that's pretty much for all of these. There's going to be not much, but like one or two other icons, like this little blue lightning bolt, which is the action point for the companions and monsters. Usually there's some cards that use this number, but normally like there's nothing really about it. It's really just to tell you like how strong they are. So that's pretty much for all these stats. After that, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the objects. So you'll be able to equip some objects to your hero by placing on top of each other the different runes over here that are seen into the cards over here. So like Boots of Intellect, I'll be able to equip it by placing them on top of each other over here. Just like so here. So that's the same thing for all the other stuff. And we've got the Sorcerer staff and a bunch of other items that actually takes both. So you'll need to equip on each of them. Of course, only once item can be equipped by each slot. So you can't have like two boots equipped together or two items of anything over any of the different runes twice. So, and after that, also totally forgot, but you can upgrade them. So you've got some cards over here, and thankfully I've got one over here that you can place right there, just behind this, like so. So you'll be able to boost these items if they've got this little gem in top of their cards. So they're gonna get much stronger, and of course you can only equip one or two if this item got a total of 2 gems. Some items will not have them, so you can upgrade them. Right? After that, we've got over here the companion icon, so you can just place the treants. Over here, you can have more than one. When you're playing the druid, you can have like up to, I think it's 7 or something like that. So you can have a bunch of companions. The companions are really strong. They add like sometimes some bonuses. They add more damage that can be combined to your attack. They also provide some defense. So when the enemy gonna attack, they might like take some damage for you. Normally it's like every damage and every effects, so that's really useful for you. This section over here is for some cards that will be applied over time. So let's say that, I don't know, I've got a card that is like this one over here, that I do ignore all the attack and effects until the end of their next turn, of my next turn. So I can just place it there, so just to remember that this card is going to be applied until my next round. Finally, we've got this section over here. So this section is the XP zone, so you're gonna have some fights, of course, with the monster, and when you kill some, you're gonna take the card, and that's gonna transform into an action point. Not an action point, an attribute point, sorry. And you're going to be able to upgrade any of these stats permanently. So you're going to be able to choose between +5 health, +10 armor, +1 sight, +1 action point, and +1 skill. You're going to be able to select between any of them. That's going to upgrade immediately, so you get that right now, and you'll be able to boost your your class, your hero. So that's pretty much for this. And you've got, of course, the goal and side quests. I'm gonna call them when we actually play. That's gonna be easier. So that's pretty much for the game. We've got the quest and event expansion and the loot and merchant expansion over here. The quest and event adds drawing cards every time we start our turn, and that's just gonna add some randomness to our turn. So that might benefit us, or that might like be very bad for us. We don't know. Usually it's more good than bad, but you know, that's a game, so that's random. And we've got some loots. So over here, when we will kill an enemy, normally you only get like XP point, but now you'll get some loot, so you'll be able to get some gold. And when we get portal cards, we'll be able to go into the shopping phase. So what will happen is that there's going to be 3 items revealed, and we'll be able to buy them according to these different prices. So 30, 30, and 40. And if we don't like any of these choices, we can select the one on top here for 30, or discard 2 cards from our hand to get another loot card. So sell some stuff, and we can also trade with the mule and other stuff. I'm gonna just come back with that a little bit later. So that's pretty much for all the things that you need to know. Our main goal, I'm pretty late for that, but our main goal is to destroy this demon over here, which is the succubus. So this is the only demon available for the campaign on the tabletop simulator, and that's what we'll try to kill. So demons are different than the monster. We need to kill her twice to win the game. If we do kill her and there still have remaining monster on the enemy board, we still win. So we only have to focus on her if we ever had to. So that's pretty much it. We'll start right away, and here we go. So I've got 2 action points to start up. So I'm gonna equip my Sorcerer staff first, get a +5 armor, which is written over here, and we can activate this card. So when we equip any objects, this will activate a card immediately. After that, for the cards with this little icon over here, we need to repay it again. So we'll have to pay again 1 action point to do a staff blow. So that's gonna do 2 red dice of damage, and 2 green dice. So I'm gonna pick these, and I'll try to go as slowly as possible just to show you how it actually works. I'm really used to play the game on tabletop simulator. I'm used to like play it fast. I know all the cards perfectly, so I'll try to just slow down and make you enjoy the game so a little bit more. So yeah, so now I can select any target. So over here is only 1 sword. If they had 2 sword, that would be all the target inside. So I can select any of the targets available, and I'll try to kill one. So first, let's take a look at the different enemies that we have. So we've got the skeleton. So he's got a total of +5 armor for each enemy in play, and this is the infinite, which is applied every time, anytime, always, whatever. So this is always applied. So he's got a total of 10 that we need to get to kill it. He's doing 3 damage. Now let's go with the crocodile, which is a total of 20. So he's a bit buffier, and he's only doing 2. So this one is stronger, but we've got a lower HP. And finally, we've got the arachnid, which is immune to the green dice, and that is doing 3 green dice. What's the difference between the green dice and the red one? The green one is a little bit lower. So we've got 2-0 and the rest is 5. And for the red one, this is 1-0, 3-5, and 2-10. All right, so I'm gonna of course select the skeleton because this is the lowest and he's doing the most damage. So I'll try to remove it, and my damage with the staff blow is much less for the arachnid because he's immune to the green dice. So let's roll that. And just before that, totally forgot, we need to draw an event card. So what do we get here? So we've discovered a barrel and we've got to draw +1 card on top of the common draw pile. So this icon over here is you need to apply it immediately. We're gonna remove this, pick the first card, and there you go. So in the barrel, we've got a Black Panther, which was just waiting there for no reason. All right, so we've got the skeleton, and we'll roll that for a total of 20. So the total amount exceed the amount required to kill the target. So skeleton is destroyed. We'll draw 1 loot card because we've killed 1 monster. And this card can be placed on any of these places over here. So I'll just equip it on the action point to get 1 more. So I'm getting back to 2. I was at 2. I used 1 for the Sorcerer staff. And I'll get it back 1. And for the loot card, we've got over here 5 gold. So just placing that over here. This is not going into your hands. You just have to place it over here. So this was my first action, and since we've used Sorcerer Staff, we cannot pay again 1 action point to reuse it. We've got to do something else with the amount of action points we have left. So what I'll do is maybe equip a companion or trade a card. So when you're playing in solo or even with other players, you can trade cards with any other players. The active player is gonna be able to trade 1 card from his end to any of the other players or the mule. So since I'm playing solo, that's only gonna be the mule, which actually acts like a player hand, and I'll be able to change any of these cards and place it down there and pick 1. So I'm just gonna exchange my treants, cost too much for now, and I've got the Black Panther, and I'll place the Wizard Robe into my hand, and that was the only trade I could do into my turn. So I still have 2 action points left. This costs nothing. But this action can only be performed once during your turn. So I'll be equipping the Wizard Robe. That's going to cost me 2, but that gives me another action point and 1 more skill point. So I'm up to 5 now, not 3. There you go. And with the last point, I'll use my Black Panther. So this costs me 1. And I will be placing this into place. So the Black Panther got a total of 20 hit point and armor combined together. So when the enemy is going to attack, they need to get this amount according to which target they're just going to select, according to this orange dice here. And yeah, so the Black Panther, since I've placed it, is going to be activated with the the blue action point. So Black Panther is always going to be activating himself with their own action point. And since the card can only be activated once, he's going to do 1 attack for free every turn. So that's a total of 3 dice. 3 red dice. So this is to 1 target. And I'll be attacking with him the arachnid, since he's immune to my green dice. And hopefully that's going to be a blow. Yeah, 20. So Arachnid is dead. So this is pretty easy when we start because we have like how it's called, the graveyard monster. So these are starter monster, which is pretty easy to kill. But after a few, we'll get to the actual pile, and this is totally random. So this might be really hard, really easy. We really don't know. So this card, I will place it into the perception to get a little bit more. And I will just learn this. So I'm going to explain you how the learning skills works. So of course you've got to get this icon over here on the card. So this is the first thing. This needs to be a skill card. After that, we've got to take a look at the circle over here. So you've got to get black or the same color as your class. So mine is red. So if you have these colors, and this is a skill card, you can learn it. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything, but if you ever want to activate the card, you need to pay the cost written in this circle here. So I'm just gonna learn both of them, and I'm just not gonna use them, so that's gonna be the end. And I need to draw one last card for the loop. So this is a total of 10 gold for the Arachnid. And now I don't have anything left to do. I don't have action point. I don't have any trading I can do. I've done everything I could. So now this is the end of my turn. I'm drawing a total of 3 cards to get back to my amount of 5. So let's draw 3 cards over here. And we've got a special card in your hands. And we've got Ice Arrow doing 2 damage plus 1 if we've got 5 sight. And Sight of Spirit, which is a really strong item that use both runes, and that costs 3 action point, doing a lot of damage. And we can reroll some of the dice, of the green dice, according to the number of enemy in play. If we were to be the druid, we'll have also a bonus of +1 action point and +2 perception. So if you ever play in a co-op, you can always trade some stuff to I don't know, if there was to be a druid in my team, I could just trade that, or trade the Ice Arrow, which actually is a skill for the hunter. So you could trade stuff like that to try to boost yourself. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. The only last thing I need to tell you guys is this card over here, which is a special card. You can already see that the card is recto verso, the same thing. So this is a special card, and it needs to be applied immediately. So this is a combat card. We need to draw 1 starter monster or monster, and we need to draw +1 card under the common draw pile and remove this combat card. So let's take this card under to replace it, and place this card over here and draw 1 more monster. All these special cards are always recto verso, and they always get you 1 card under the common draw pile. So you'll have to draw a bunch of cards to refill your hand to get to your maximum. So we've got a Wraith, and this one have a total of 4 perception, and since we just boosted ours, it's going to be inside. If not, it would have been placed over here. That's it. So finally, our turn is finished. Now that's going to be much more faster for all the others, since I've just explained you everything. Now let's start their turn. So I'm going to roll, and I'll hit miss, discard 2 cards in hand. So I'll just go right away with all the actual choice that you can, not choice, but result that you can get with this die. So first we've got hit player priority. There's a total of 2 there. This miss and discard that we just got. the hit companion priority. Again, there's 2 of them. And finally, global hit. So if you ever got a companion in front of you, all the companions actually are going to be hit by the enemy. So the effects, the damage, everything is going to be split together to all the companions. So if you got 7, all the 7 are target with the monster in front of them. If you don't have any companion, you're going to be hit. And finally, we've got the global hit, which is everyone. So there is no spare for that. And we've got also the hit player, which is only the player, not the companions. So anyway, so they're just missed. So we can discard a total of 2 cards in hand. This is applied to every player that has been just playing their turn. So I'll have to discard 2 cards here, which will be the Boots of Intellect, since I already have the Wizard Robe. So there. And I'll just remove Ice Arrow, which is a card that I can use, but that's going to be discarded right after because I can't learn it. And that's right, I totally forgot. But when you're learning some cards, you're going to keep them until you discard them or got to discard them because of some event or some stuff like that. So you will always be able to do some combos with these. But if you can't learn them, you can use them, but they're going to be discarded right after. So this is like really like my only comparison is Diablo 1 with the scrolls. So this is actually this is that. Anyway, so with that said, I did lose some cards in my hands, but I do not draw back any cards. This is at the very end of my turn that I will get back to this number. So if, I don't know, if I ever draw like a tome, sorry, or any card that make me draw more cards after I've ended my turn, this doesn't matter. I will get back to that at the very end. So that's already the end of the enemy turn, and now let's get back to me. So I'll draw 1 even card because my turn is starting, and I've got 1 small golden chest. So I need to draw 1 loot card. So what's inside? A total of $5, which is not really good, but not that bad. We'll see later. There's some stuff that I don't want to pick. So with that said, now we'll get back to our maximum of action points. So we've got a total here of 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the Wizard Robe. So let's go back to our maximum, which is 4. So now for this turn, we've got a total of 4 action points to spend on any of the stuff here. We need to pay 1 to reuse Sorcerer Staff, 3 for Inferno, and nothing for the Black Panther, and nothing for Piercing Armor. So we'll be able to do like a sick combo there just to kill the targets. So first, let's start with something quite special, which is actually trade a card with the Relic of Knowledge over here. And we'll place Relic of Knowledge just over here. For 1, we get 1 more skill point. So now we've got a total of 6, and I'll go with the Inferno over here. So this is a total of 4 damage for 3 action point, and we've got a +3 damage dice if we get at least 6 skill point, and we do have it right now because I've just upgraded. So I'm gonna use Inferno for 3, and I'm gonna roll these dice over here, and I'm gonna do all this damage to the crocodile. So of course I'm just gonna rape him. Total of 45, so crocodile is dead. We're gonna get a little bit of armor points just to be a little bit buffier, and we've got a total of $20. So this is really good. The crocodile was really really rich. Now we can do something else, which is the Black Panther. So we can just perform his attack for free. So this is a total of 3 dice. And we can attack the Wraith here. And he's got a total of 10. But you see there's a total of 5 armor. So we're just gonna combine piercing armor and sharp fangs together to attack the Wraith. And so he's gonna have a total of 5 health that we need to get. So we might have that pretty easily. Total of 10, and Wraith is gone. Now we take back a loot card, and again we've got 15 gold, which is really cool. The type that you can get is 5, 10, 15, and 20. So, and we've got one more card that I'll get sooner or later. So now for this card, we're just gonna upgrade again or action points there. And I can't perform anything else. I've traded a card, I've activated mostly everything, as there's nothing left in front of me. So that's gonna be the end of my turn. So I'll just draw 3 cards to get back to my maximum. And something special will arrive. First we've got a tomb. So read the tomb 2 of your current scenario. Didn't read the first one. There's nothing except the history. Not this history, but the story of the game. That's the same thing that is applied for the tome 2. And we need to draw 1 card under the common draw pile and apply the special effects. So I'm just gonna place this card over here, draw 1 card, and take a look at the effect of the tome, which is over here. Tome 2, Tome's effect. Every Tome's effect is different according to the scenario that you will be playing. So all players draw 1 card under the monster draw pile and add it face down to the XP. So that's like free monster kill that we just have right there. So again, I think... Oh, this time I'm going to equip to my perception, and I'm just going to explain you why I've upgraded my sight like that. So that's the end for the tome, and finally that's the end of my turn. Now that's going to be the monster turn, and since there are none, I'll teach you why and what's happening. So since there's nothing, we'll draw a total of 5 cards, and we're gonna apply all of them except with 1 special rule. So since we've got a stairway, which is a location card, we are going deeper into the dungeon. So every card we draw is a step further into the dungeon, and since we're going deeper, we'll have to select 1 card over here. So because we're playing with the quest and event expansion, we can select between one of these 2 over here. So we can go into the crypt, that's gonna add 1 side to every enemies in play, that's gonna add 2 monster, or into the catacombs, that's gonna add +5 health to every monster, and of course we draw again 2 monster. So for this one, since we're boosting a little bit our sight but we don't have many, I think I'll just go with the catacombs. So they're going to be a little bit buffier, difficult to kill, but we'll be fine. Since we're going deeper, just gonna show you guys. We've got a Hell Barbarian and a Goblins. I'm gonna get back to them quickly. Since we've done it, we can put the card Combat on top of the common drop pile. So we're gonna have to take it back at the very end of our turn, since we're going to be using some cards, or we can just apply it right now, but since they're pretty strong, I'm just going to put it back on top. And of course, just need to draw 1 card for the location card that we just draw. So this is all applied but placed in the middle, since we are doing that into the a special rule. And we now have Town Portal that's going to be applied. So reveal 3 cards from the left to right on the merchant board and activate the shopping phase. Draw 1 card under the monster, the common draw pile, sorry. And remove this card. So this one is going to be changed. And we're going to reveal 3 cards and do this card over here. So we've got Tracker's Cape, Tracker's Bow, and Conqueror Wristband, which is 3 item sets. So these here are actually the same item set. So if we ever decide to pick them, we can have good stuff. But we have some really good cards in our hands and on the mule, so I don't think that's going to be enough. But we've got a bunch of money to spend, so we can decide if we ever do something, not buying any of these, but maybe on top of it. So that's cost a total of 30 bucks. So let's go with this. That's 30. And we've got the entire set over here, which is crazy. Oh man. If I were to play the Hunter, that would be amazing. Yeah, but we're not gonna do anything with that. So I'm gonna just show you guys how the rest works. So I'm just gonna remove and sell these items. So this is always 2 cards of any kind to draw the first loot draw pile, the first card on the draw pile. So we've got a total of 20 again. And this is really sad because if I want to pick the first one here, I'm not going to be refunded with the total of 10. So I think I'm just going to wait for now. So all of these cards are going to be placed there. I'm going to keep my money for later. And that's the end of the town portal. And just before that, I'm just going to take a look here, because when we're in the town or in the merchant phase, we can just trade any cards that we want. So we don't have to have like, you know, only have like one trade for your turn or stuff like that. You can trade as many cards as you want. So I'm just going to remove this and take that. And same thing goes for Firewall, because we already have Starter Elixir. Firewall is the defense card, which is the little icon here, and it can be applied anytime to get some defense and do some damage. But we have the Starter Elixir, which is pretty decent for now. And I've decided to take the Tidal Wave because that's going to do damage to every monster inside, and the amount of damage is really high. We've got the Wizard Staff that adds 2 skill points, so more damage to Tidal Wave and Firebolt Wind, because the damage of both are exponential to our skill points. So these items are like the best item you can get for the Sorcerer. So this is why I've just traded them. Hopefully I'm not going to lose them. And maybe I could actually take a card that I don't want if they ever miss. So I don't have to discard any of these cards. But I'm going to play dangerously right there. So we've got these 4 cards. We've got Lightning Orb, which is doing 1 damage and plus 2 damage if we discard 1 card from our hand, which is not bad. Swarm of Crows doing 1 damage plus 4 green dice, and we can reroll 2. Not bad, but we can only use it once, so not very good. I'm just going to discard it right now. Potion of Poison, adding plus 5 poison dice to any attack, any kind of attack too. And Black Tentacles, which is costing 7, not 4. 7 and doing a lot of damage to 1 target. So why am I seeing these is because there were no monster and I can select 1. Actually, every players in the game can select 1 card they can see over here. So that will have been like one of these 4. So I'm just removing this one because I know I won't take it. Same thing for Lightning Orb. And I'm wondering if I'm taking black tentacles or potion of poison. I think I'm gonna go with potion of poison because I can add it to a tidal wave. So that's it for the first rule, because there were no monster. Now they will need to attack because now there's some. And again, told you guys, they're missing. So I can't do anything. I need to discard 2 of these cards over here. So, oh man, I think I'm gonna go get rid of these 2 cards, Tidal Wave and Potion of Poison. I'm gonna get other cards later, but I need to keep Starter Elixir to just get safe. One of the last game I've played, I've just removed it and used it on all the companions, and I've got destroyed. So we're learning, still learning my own game. Alright, so that's the very end of their turn. So no damage or effect is applied because they're missed. But I need to discard 2 cards from my hand. And now we're going back to my turn. So new even card. And now we've got a special card, which is Extermination. If there are no enemies in play, place Extermination in your X space. So this card is a side quest. So you can only have 1. If we ever draw a new side quest, we can select if we want to do this new side quest or just discard it and keep ours. So that's it. So if I ever kill both, I'll get another XP. And there we go. So I'll remove the Sorcerer Staff, losing 5 armor. And I'll be equipping this insane stuff here. Both of them. So Fireball Wind, +1 and +1 over here. So I've got a total of +2 skill. And that's the same thing for Wizard Staff, so another 2. So we're really going high into the skill point, which is actually how the Sorcerer is working. So the more we'll get, the more damage input we'll get. So I'm gonna keep everything else. And do I have them in sight? Total of 4, we've got 5, so we're good. So I'm gonna get rid of the Hell Barbarian first, because all the subsequent damage he'll do is gonna be a total of 7 and not only 4. And the goblins are pretty strong, but they're removing 1 object from our a purple violet rune over here, but we've got nothing, so actually not that bad. Alright, so let's start just calculating all the stuff. Sorry. All the stuff for Fireball Wind. So we've got a total of 2 damage. +1 for every 2, and we've got a total of 10, so this is 5 dice. Now I'm gonna explain to you that you can combine stuff, but go gradually. So I could use Wizard Staff right now and just combine it together with my other wand, but I could also just wait, use Firebolt Wand on the first enemy that I have there, and if I kill it, I can just use my Wizard Staff to attack any other foes that I have inside. And if this does not work, I could just combine the amount of Wizard Staff to Fireball Wind. So that's what I'm gonna do first. So I'm just gonna try to get rid of Hell Barbarian. Roll these dice for a total of 35, which is not enough. So we need to get a total of 50. 30 plus 50 plus the 5 from the catacombs. We need to never forget that all the enemies now have a bonus of +5. So 35, which is not enough. So I'm gonna combine not my Wizard Staff, but the Black Panther to get a little bit more damage, and we'll use that. And I'm going to activate also Piercing Armor. So that's going to be a -10 armor to my next attack. And they've got a total now of 40. We're really close. We only need a total of 5. And that's a total of 50. So El Barbarian is dead. We're drawing 1 card. I think. There. You go, and so Hell Barbarian is dead. We've got 5 gold, and this card is going to be placed, of course, into the skill point. It's just going to get much more. We need to get at least at 12 to get insane amount of damage from the Wizard Staff. And talking of the Wizard Staff, we can always apply the damage that we have for this one here. So this is a total of 6, 7, 8 dice. So this is 6, 7, 8. And we're going to attack the goblins for a total of 50. And the goblins are dead. And boom, we just get the other 3 dice for the Electric Fury. And a loot card, and we've got again 5 gold, and that's gonna be our turn. So we can trade it. We can trade, but we've got nothing to trade right now. Everything is completed. We're gonna draw 4 new cards, and you can see that there's gonna be a new combat. So there's gonna be a new monster. So 4 new cards, 1 new monster, 1 under the common draw pile. And we've got a taunt portal from under the common draw pile, which can sometime occur. So we're just gonna go back to town and see that, and take our gold there, and we can trade as many cards we'd like, sell them if we'd like to, and we can select between 3 purple stuff, 3 purple objects. So we got Charm of Protection, more armor, and -6 green dice. Ring of Titans, more health, +3 to an attack, which is really strong. And Full Helm, doing more sight, health, and armor. So all of them are really good, and you can see this one over here has got a total of 2 gems, so I can add more enchantment. There's not a lot of the game, but if I get a bunch of cards there, I can boost these items even more. So right now, Ring of Titan is really strong, but it costs 4 to place it. So should I get more defensive or not? I think I'll go with Ring of Titan. So that's a total of 30 gold. Got that here. Oops. Get that into my hand. And I've got a bunch of cards over here. I'm just going to go quickly with them since I didn't show you guys. So this is Holy Bolt for the Paladin. 1 damage +1 for each 30 armor. So I don't have like a lot of armor, so this is not really useful for me. Bola, -30 armor, which is really strong, but it costs 3, and this is for the hunters. So this is a one-time deal. The same thing goes with Resonance, which is not minus, but a 4 action point, 5 damage. And if I have no object equipped on the red point of connection, I can repeat the damage to an enemy inside of or out of sight, which is really strong, but again, not my type. So I think I'm just going to remove Holy Bolt and Resonance and draw 1 card. And we've got a total of 30, which is going to be enough to draw 1 last card on top here. Remove all of the rest. And maybe do 1 last exchange here. And there you go. Now I'm fully equipped, and this is the end of the taunt portal. Now it's going to be the enemy turn. Let's roll. Companion hit. So Lightning Titan is really strong, so I didn't show you guys the card, but it's got 4 sights, so we're good. It's got a total of 50 total of hit point and armor combined. He's doing a special effect here, so he's removing 40 armor to attack it targets until the end of the enemy turns. So our Black Panther only got 5 health. So of course that's going to be destroyed, but he's only doing 2, so maybe that's going to be 2 miss. Who knows? Oh, 1 miss but 10. So sadly a Black Panther is dead. We could save it with the starter elixir, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Sadly, our Black Panther is going to be dead. And that's it. So that's going to be the end of the enemy turn right now. And let's start a new turn with Cursed Shrine. So sadly, this is a bad shrine for us. So we've got to place this card under the enemy. And it's going to add a total of 10 health to this enemy. So now Lightning Titan is getting boosted again, but I don't think that's going to really matter. And yeah, so now it's my turn. We've got a total of 5. So the only problem with the Sorcerer is that it's really costly to play him. We need a lot of action points to perform some combos. So right now, if I had to like do my full combo, I'll have to have like 6, 7, 8 action point, and I only have like 5. So if I place Ring of Titan, I can't do anything to my turn because I only have 1 left. So what I'll do is use Wizard Staff first, and maybe Inferno or whatever. No, I can't use both. So that's going to be Wizard Staff and Fireball Wind. So this one is going to give me a total of 4, 12, 40 dice, which is totally insane. And we've got here 6, 7, 8, which is again totally insane for 5 only. So let's calculate that. 5, 10. That's 40. So this is only 40 Wizard Staff. And that was like 6, 7, 8. Which is again a lot. This is really a lot of dice right now. So of course we're gonna get rid of him, but maybe there's gonna be like 150. So totally dead. Boom, we destroyed it. So the Sorcerer is really strong, as you can see. Now we're gonna add more action points for later, and yeah, equip that. Why not? Another 5. And that's going to be the end of our turn. We don't have anything left to do. So that's going to be, again, 2 cards. And we got 10 gold. And let's draw 2 cards. So we've got Tome Tree. The bonus of the location card is not applied until the end of the next enemy turn. So, great. And we got to refill our hands for these 2 cards, and this is a stairway, so we've got to select between the mines, which will add a bonus of +1 sight to all the enemies, and we keep the bonus of +5 or +10 health to every monster. And since we don't have again a lot of sight right now, just gonna remove this section over here and go into the pit. So that's gonna add again 2 new monsters. And just gonna take a quick look at them and what we've got in our hand before going to the enemies is Smokescreen that adds +3 sight to all players in play until the start of your next turn, and we draw 1 card under the common draw pile, which is really nice. And Jawbreaker that do more damage according to our health, which is good, but not that good because we're the Sorcerer. So this one is going to get into the discard pile soon. Anyway, so we've got the Gargoyle here, which is a total of now +10. So we've got a total of 55. And this one over here is again 55 too, and both are 6 and 5s in sight. And we have only 5, so this is our first enemy out of sight here. And he's doing a minus 20 armor. And this one is doing a minus of 1 skill learned. So if we ever get hit, we can lose one of these skills here to hard choice. So with that said, this is the enemy turn. Let's roll. Hit player priority. So if I want, I can just lose 20 armor and 1 skill, and after that roll the dice, which is 6 and 2. Fireball acid ball, yep. And they need to get a total of 30, which is really not high. So I don't think that would be a good plan for me to not cancel these effects and this total of damage. So I'm gonna use my starter elixir that can be used at any time. This is this icon here, and a player or a companion ignores all the effects and the attack until the start of their next turn. So this is placed over here, and the enemy turn is ending right there. So now that's the end of them. That's gonna go back to me. Let's get back to 6. And this is an empty chest here, so nothing happens. And now that's gonna be my turn. Now I need to get rid of the Hell Priest, and I need to place him into the site over here. So I think I've done the extermination like twice, so I'm not gonna do this now, just to not, like, you know, cheat on my own game. But I know I've totally forgot to just pick this card over here and complete this side quest. But anyway, so I need to kill the El Priest to get this card and upgrade my site, so I can finally have the gargoyle inside and try to kill it. So that's what I try to do first. I could also just like ignore totally the El Priest and go to the gargoyle, but anyway, both of them needs to get eliminated. So let's go first with the wizard staff. So that's gonna cost 3 for a total of too many dice, which is a total of 12. Yeah, 12 plus 2, 14 to get that. So that's a total of 85. So of course he's dead. Let's take a loot. Put that into our site. So now we can finally have gargoyle inside and use the remaining stuff that we have to try to kill him. So I'm gonna use Inferno. That's 7, 6. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I'm gonna do Firebolt Wen again. So that's gonna be a total of 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna add piercing armors because he's got a lot of armor. So that's gonna be a total of actually 45 to kill him. Let's roll. We've got 45, guys. Boom. Now we can add even more action points. So soon we're going to be able to use Inferno, Wizard Staff, and Firebolt Wen, which is going to be totally crazy. Just before we continue, I'm just going to switch Smokescreen with Firewall, just to be sure that we still have one defense card in case we get attacked. Just going to remove Jawbreaker from my hand, so everything is complete. And of course, extermination is completed. So let's put that there. And only one left. Sad. So let's draw 2 new cards. And I totally forgot, but I think the bonus of the cards were not applied there. But anyway, I just destroyed them. All players draw 2 cards under the common draw pile and select one and discard the remaining cards. Boop, boop. So let's take assimilation. So we had Gauntlet of Life that added more life and 1 card in hand, but we have the crazy wizard staff equipped there, so we won't change it. We've got the Encanter, which is really strong, giving us again another 2 action points, and we have the Treant, which I will use assimilation to like eat them and get more XP permanently. So again, that's the end of my turn, and this looks like a very easy game. Sometimes they're very easy, sometimes they're really struggling, but yeah, sometimes this happens. So again, 1 new monster. We place a new card here, and we can select between any of these cards for free. We've got Elixir of Major Health, giving 35 health, or resurrecting an eliminate player. Live Roots, some damage, reroll, and some green dice. Eagle, +1 of perception to all players in play, which could be actually really nice to just get rid of it. Looter, which is really good. We can draw back 1 card. We have used if it's a skill, object, or enchantment. Or Sharp Spike with more damage if we get a lot of health or armor. So actually we'll have a bunch of armor, and not armor but health, because of maybe elixir. No, that will be totally useless because we can only select 1. So I think I'm gonna go with Eagle since it only costs 1 there. And we've got Blind Scavenger, which is really strong. We'll need to get rid of him as soon as possible because his special effect is -1 object on the red point of connection. So we might lose Firebolt when if we do not do anything to defend ourselves. So let's roll. And it's gonna attack the companions, but we have none, so that's gonna target us, and of course we will lose our object and only 5 of damage, so we won't die, but we are losing all of these special effects there. So I'm gonna use my firewall to defend myself, ignore the attack and the effects, and I'm gonna get 1 die of damage. That's it for them. A new even card. 1 barrel, so we're going down. That's gonna be 1 card for this one. And we can go between the Necropolis or the Nether. Let's go with the Necropolis. So our last step is the altar, which is gonna summon the final demon, the succubus, that we need to kill. So yeah, so we've got a total of 8 action points to get rid of, to use, but we have a total of 3 monster. This is the Necropolis, so this is a total of 3 monster instead of only 2. So we've got a bunch of crazy monster here, and they all have a total of 15 more health. Gotta care about that. So Salamander, 4 sight, we have it inside. Hornet Devil, 3, 0, and 3. So we're good with the sight. Problem now is the health. So a total of 45. This is 5, 6, 7, 75, 60, and 55. So they're all really strong. 5 damage, 6 damage, 2 damage, 1 damage. So we really need to get rid of the Salamander and the Blind Scavenger first, and hopefully get something to mitigate the damage, because we're gonna be in trouble. So first, let's what are we gonna do? We've got 8, so we can do a bunch of stuff. First, let's do this. Just gonna place this one here and use assimilation to place this card here. So that's cost me nothing, and now I'm at the total of 9 for the next turn. And I'm gonna equip this one over here. That's gonna add another 2. And now I can learn Aegis of Protection. That's gonna add some defense to myself. So this can be used at any time, and this costs nothing if this is learned. So I'll be able to remove 2 dice, 2 red dice, when I am attacked until the start of your next turn. So this means I will be able to remove 2 of the dice that the enemy will roll. This is really good. Just gonna exchange this card, so be sure to have the Elixir of Fortification here. And now I have 9, so this is plenty to try to kill the enemies here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I still have 1 remaining. Alright, so again, let's try to get rid of the Blind Scavenger, which is the one that we really need to kill first. For a total of 60, I think. 4, 5, 6, yeah, 60. So we've got 1 of bonus for the firewall, and we can add some green dice. This is a total of 3. I'm gonna remove 10 armor and use Wizard Staff. Should we? No. I'm gonna use Fireball when. This is 2. And that's gonna be 3. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's be safe. So let's use ring. Let's equip Ring of Titans and get a little bit more health and add again another 3 to the total amount. So that's gonna be all on the Blind Scavenger. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. Got a total of 70, which is good. Thankfully, we've got no bones. Let's put that here. And now we have 3. So let's use Wizard Staff on the Salamander. So that's a total of 40 dice, if I remember correctly. So this is 10, 14. Let's roll. 75. So Salamander is dead, and hopefully this is not a bone, because shit happens. Let's get more health, just to be sure. Phew. We're really lucky for now. So if we ever draw some bones, I'm just gonna show you what it is. So thankfully there's 1 in the bottom. So we need to remove 1 card from our hand, and when we'll get into the shopping phase, we'll get 1 free merchant object. So this is really good, but not now, because I only have 1 card left in my hand, which is the Elixir of Fortification, and that is my card to save my ass if I ever get kicked by these Ornate Devil and Ogre. Alright, so that's the end of my turn now. I'll be drawing 4 cards. And now we go into the portal and the tomb. Player may reorganize their XP cards and can share them with other players according to the attribute points sharing rules. So this is really good. We could change these. And I've got 12, which is totally crazy. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I still have some remaining. I think we're good. I think we need... How much do we need to? We only need 3. And for these, 3 too. Oh. Could remove some perception and get more. And get 3 more here. I think I'll do that. I'll remove 1 action point and place all of the rest here. So we are now at 16 skill point, and that's gonna be insanely powerful for wizard staff in Fireball Wand. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now we're at the final town portal before we encounter the demon. Oh god, what is happening? We've got a bonus of +3, but we've got some health, and this is already placed. We need to equip this if we ever want to, but that's gonna add 3 or 5 more dice. Let's buy it. I mean, don't have to equip it, right? So let's go. So that's it for that. And we've got a lethal weapon, which is actually really good, but we don't have enough money right now, so we're not gonna use this. But it would have been actually good because it would have been almost like the same amount. Just wait a few seconds. Just thinking over here. So Ring of Titan is doing 3 damage, but this one over here is free and is adding another 2 for Fireball Wand. If I was to use this combo instead of the other with the Wizard Circlet, whatever. We've got like the full kit of the wizard. We need to equip this. So, alright, so now that's gonna be the enemy turn. Let's roll the enemy dice. A -2 in our hands. So of course we're gonna get rid of the Foghorn, but I'm really sad to discard Frenzy. Do we ever got anything to... Oh man. Should I get rid of Frenzy? That's really strong, but maybe we'll be able to get it back. Alright, so now that's going to be my turn. Let's roll. Without looking under the card, place 1 monster from your XP on the enemy board. So 1 is going to get back from the dead. So I'm going to go with the... this one here. Oh man, this one is bad. All right, let's start our turn now. Okay. So first, again, I need to get rid of Blind Scavenger and Horned Devil. After that, I think I'll be fine with the Ogre. So let's do this. So 3. So that's, again, no, that's not gonna be 14. That's gonna be... Oh my god, my brain is deficient. That's gonna be a total of 4, 3, 12 dice. It's not working. 16 divided by 4, which is 4. So I was... Oh my god, I think I was using it wrong. Which is 12 divided by 4. This was 3. This was 9 dice, so I was I was adding too many dice. So this is my bad. Oh well. Anyway, I'm really sorry about that. So see, I'm really bad in math. So so now 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12 dice. Is that right? 16 divided by 4. This is 12. Yeah. So this is amount of dice that should have been rolled. So I'm gonna again use piercing armor. So he's got a total of 10. So that's 50 that I need to get. 55. Poof. Again, you're dead. I'm gonna place it there. And I have to remove one here. Really happy to get that. And now I'm gonna kill a bunch of enemies. So I think... Oh man, I'm gonna trade that just to be sure. Because if I ever get a bone because I've killed an enemy, I'll need to get rid of one of these cards here. So this one is used. Now I'm gonna go with Firebolt Wand, which is 8, 10 dice. So this one was good. Plus 3 green for the Incanter. Poop, poop. And I'm gonna attack the Orange Devil. With a total of 60, which is, I think, not enough. 4, 5, 6, 7, 75. So we're missing 15, but we've got plenty of other options here. So let's go and add a total of 7 dice to the amount. 90. So Orange Devil is destroyed. And we can now add it back to our health. That's going to be the end. And actually, I didn't use the Ring of Titans, but whatever. And... oh man, we are so lucky. I think like every bone cards are at the very end. So that's it for these. I'm going to remove 1 card. And draw a total of 4. 1 last combat before we... oops, this one here. And 1 last card before we go into the final stairway that's going to lead to the altar. So Dark Imp is at 8. We don't have him in sight. And we're going to lose some cards over here if we ever get hit. Hopefully that's not going to happen. But yes, it does. 5 dice. So what's the total amount of damage? First, this is a really good roll, sadly. 65. So that it's my Incanter, which is dead. So I'm losing 2. And 65. I'm fine, but that was a close shot. So yeah. So really, that was really close shot. I'm losing piercing armor and Aegis of Protection before applying the damage, but we're good. And that's gonna be the end. Now that's my turn. -1 card from your hands. You really want me to just go deeper. Alright, so now let's get back. Wizard Circlet. Let's get rid of Ring of Titan and let's equip this beautiful stuff here for a total of 3. And we've got 20 skill points, which is, I don't think that's the highest amount I've got, but we're really, really high. This is really rare to see that. I'm gonna equip this, which we're gonna replace my piercing armor. So this is an enchantment. And I'm gonna place the wolf in front of me just to be sure that I can actually try to mitigate some damage. Should I? I shouldn't. I won't. Because if I kill this orc and I get a bone card, again, I'll lose my only card that I can resist some damage. So, or 3, yeah, right. So let's use 3 and 2. So that's going to be a lot of damage for this one. So that's going to be 14 dice, which is the real amount. Let's roll onto the orc. 85. So boom. Totally screwed. Man, we're so lucky. I can't believe it. Yeah, whatever. Let's add one more. And I could have gone to... I could have. But I'll go deeper and she's gonna attack me. 12 dice. Oh man. No, I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep it. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of my turn. So let's get back to 5 cards. Stairway. So. Alright. So now we've got the succubus in sight. And of course, they're gonna attack me. And that's a global hit. So I'm losing a total of 2 XP point, 2 skills. So I'm losing Inferno. Can do that much. And I'll be losing... oh my god. What am I losing? What am I? 12? I'm just gonna lose some action points because... You know... And we're gonna just add the tomb. Let's add it. Oh, the real music of the game. So we're gonna lose both these cards. I'm just gonna replace them on top of here. Could have removed them, but there's not gonna be any more combat cards here. So thing is, I could actually just draw and try to discard as much cards as I can to draw some cards that could be more useful to me to maybe defend myself or eventually kill her. So first of all, let's start with the damage that they're doing because I just get rid of the effects. Now that's going to be 5 dice here and 12. So this is 5, 6, and that's 12. What's this? That's the amount of damage. 65. And that was really close, but thankfully we're good. So now, new turn. Empty barrel, nothing. And let's start with this. Dragon Venom. And let's place the wolf here for 1. And let's get this for 1. So I'm now at a total of 9 sight. So I have the Dark Hymn. I'm just gonna get rid of him as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna just how many? Oh, he's got a total of 20, right? So that's 40 damage that I need to get. With that, that's health. And should I use something else? If I kill him, yeah, just revert something. Just get back to this. So I'm using concentration, and I'll be using Blizzard. Try to kill at least the Dark Hymn. So that's gonna be, my God, my brain is like totally off tonight. So this is a total of 6. That's 10 dice. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With a bonus of +3 for the dragon venom for all of them. 19, which is actually really good. So Dark Imp is dead. Blizzard can only hit all the enemies. Actually, I'm just rewinding. We can only combine these the cards that have the same icon here. So I cannot continue to do some damage to the succubus with any other items with only one target. So this is placed here. This one is removed. This card here is placed whatever I want. So I'll just go place it there. That's a -5. And now I can try to redo some damage. So that's going to be the total amount of the wizard staff, which is 40 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This cannot be used again. I will remove 10 armors. That's going to be 90, 110 that I need to get. And this one over here is a total of 12 dice. So I'm just copy them because I don't have that much. 155. So we've killed, or at least pissed off, the succubus enough. So she now goes into phase B. And now she have a special effect that is applied immediately. We need to lose again 1 XP point. And after that, at the end of each enemy turn, we'll lose 1 XP. So she's getting stronger for the armor too, and more damage. So really, she's pissed off. So I'm just gonna remove 5 here. Oop. So there you go. So this is my total amount of dice to when I use 5 action points, which is totally crazy. So all right, so now drawing a few cards, and I've got nothing left. So let's draw. So I'm just gonna get rid of my wolf and draw 4 cards. So we've got nothing really good. Amulet of Strength, which is not really good. Immolate, which is really strong. We're just gonna get rid of all of our armor. But she don't have a lot, so that's only 30, but that could be good. Pritrist, which is really good. It acts like a defense card, so it can take the attack, damage, and the effects. And Fist Rush, which is a monk skill, so this is not useful for us. So now let's roll that, and of course play your hit. That's 15 dice. Total of 105. Oh my god. So of course I need to do something. So so that's 100, so that's 8, 105 if I do that. And this is just, oh my god, I can't believe it. I don't have anything else left. And I don't have 2 skills. But this can be applied anytime. So, alright, so let's go with that. 105. Alright. So let's do this, and that's gonna be a total of 200 armor, which is completely stupid. But that's the perk, and we need to get rid of the blizzard. So that's our perk. So plus 10 armor for each one skill that we have until the start of our next turn, and we have plenty, so we're really good. So we've got like 220 armor plus 45 health, so she won't kill us, but we need to get 1 XP point again out of our stuff. So there you go. And now that's gonna be my turn. -1 card from your hand and 1 card under the common draw pile. And we've got Black Hole. So now, final turn. We're gonna learn Immolate in this and see all the combo that we can do. So that we've got 11. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And no, how did I just count it? 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good. I don't know. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're good. So we can actually perform over full combo here. So I'm gonna do a -100 armor. So she have no armor at all. And we got plenty of dice. So this is all the dice for the Firebolt when and the Wizard Staff. We have the bonus of +3 for the Dragon Venom. We've got a bonus of +3 for the Immolate, and we're gonna roll all of that. She's got no armor at all, and we can reroll 1 dice if we like to. Now we're gonna reroll this one here, with a total of 170 against what is it? 105. So Succubus is dead. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. This was a crazy build. I'm actually really impressed and lucky to just get all of these cards together in the same game. This is really rare, as I told you guys. Like Fireball Wand, Wizard Staff, Wizard Robe, and Wizard Circlet. What the hell, man? This is like the perfect combination for the Sorcerer. So I was really lucky to just have it. The game really felt like easy from the very beginning. This was just due to luck. Again, normally it's not much more difficult, but like the line is thinner between difficulty level and luckiness. But there we just were destroying everything, and we went like full health to the enemies, and we were just like destroying them. So really it was just like was skilled. Was really skilled. No, that was just luck. So anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed this little game. What can I say about this? So yeah, if you liked what you just saw, of course, pardon me my English. I'm really bad at, sometimes I'm just trying to translate all the stuff I wanted to tell you guys in French, and sometimes not really good, but hopefully you guys understand me well. Well, if you did up until there into the video, well, hope you guys enjoy my little French accent. But anyway, so yeah, so if you ever like what you saw, you can get your physical copy of the game over here, or just on top over here, hellbringergame.com/linktree. You can go there. There's a full link of everything here, and there's the Diablo theme just right there. So I'm just gonna show you guys actually bunch of stuff on the Hellbringer game website really quickly. So boop, boop. So there we go. So if you ever go to hellbringergame.com/linktree, you'll get there, and you'll have the pledge box, late pledge here. So if you ever like to get one physical copy of it, you can still get it before the June 30. So you can go there and do the different payment to get your game. You can always go to Tabletop Simulator there and just upload the game into your workshop and play it from here. And of course, there's so many more stuff here, so you can just check it out. So you can also go to the Hellbringer / web app over here. And this is the web application that you'll be that's going to be actually free to play the game. So if you go over here, I'm just going to pause the Diablo theme here so you can actually listen. So we've got over here, we've got the Hellbringer OST, all of there. This is all free. You don't have to pay anything for that. You can already go listen to these. So let's say that I press play. I can listen to the complete soundtrack of the game. So there's like 9 tracks right now. Merchant, Campaign, Graveyard, and etc. So the one I've liked the most is the Crypt. And when that's playing, what you can do is hit the... actually, no, you don't have to hit anything. So you can press the full soundtrack. So everything is just gonna play and rewind and again, play again. Or you can press where you are into the dungeon. So let's say that I'm now in the crypt or the section of the crypt. I can just hit that, and that's going to be the soundtrack that's going to play over and over again in repeat. So you don't have to press anything. And after that, let's say that I go into the cave, I can switch the music from there and on and on. So yeah, that's it for the music. I'm just going to put back beautiful soundtrack of Matt Uelhelm. And over here is the scenario, the narration for the scenario. So all of these scenarios are narrated by professionals. This is not me. Well, there's one that I did. I'm gonna let you try to figure out where it is. But yeah, so I've dealt with a professional narrator, and there's also Glynis, which is the original voice of the rogue in Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. So she accepted to actually do the voice for a few of the tome of the game. So I'm really glad to have her into these narration, and you can actually listen to her into the Darkless Tower, which is the last one, and I think this is the Firespark Mines. Over here. Yeah, that's her here.
Forest of withered.
No, that's not her. Sorry. That's Frozeburn Lair. It's there.
You stand before the cavern entrance, which according to your sources should lead you deep within the Frostburn Mountain, where you fully intend to put a permanent end to the fiendish scourge and
And I'm just gonna show you very quickly, because I don't want to spoil anything except maybe the voice acting. This is the voice for the Fallen Wings throne. And this, just to tell you guys, this is an angel speaking, and this really reminds us Tyrell from Diablo 2. So if you ever remember him.
Far above the highest peaks of the icy Frostburn Mountains, beyond the clouds which cover the skies, the heavens stood watch. Home of the angels of old.
And I'm not gonna go deep and deep with all of that. I'm gonna let you discover all of this. If you ever want to listen to them before playing, you can always go there into the web app and just listen to all of them. But of course, I strongly suggest you to just play the game and listen to them while playing. So that's it for this section and for the narration. And finally, we got a virtual dice, which would have been really good for me for this game, because there were a lot of dice to roll. So if you ever, I don't know, don't like to roll too many dice, or you don't have enough dice and you didn't well the dice add-on, you can always go there and like put 50 dice and you can get the average, the maximum amount you can get, and you know, just roll it out and see what's the total amount. Of course, if you change the page, that's not going to work, but you can see all the different output for the different dice, and if there's any cards that need you to select, you can just select them from there. So this is really useful just to, you know, get the amount of the average and the max of everything and know what you get, or the average. So of course I really like to just, you know, roll all the dice physically. I feel like it's more powerful. Like rolling 50 dice is a little bit too much, but you know, just rolling 25 of them is like rolling all the dice of the game feels so strong. So this is why this has been there, just in case like people don't like it. But anyway, yes, that's pretty much for that. And yeah, I don't have a lot of more things to say, except that hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Hope you guys are feeling the Diablo vibe through the game. This is not this. I was about to say like this is intended, but but you know, this is highly inspired by Diablo. I really loved this game when I was a kid, and I wanted to create something that is that gives the same feeling that I had when I was a child. Like for the, you know, for the tome, the sense of getting deeper into the dungeon, the line of sight a little bit is all coming from the first Diablo. The line of sight is a little bit more of, you know, my mechanic, because this doesn't occur in Diablo. That there's no monster that are hiding into the darkness of the dungeon, but there's like the how it's called, I think it's the light rages. So yeah, so I've tried to like reproduce that, and with that just came the line of sight, and I found this to be really really cool to create like a tension into the game, because if there was not that, like for the old game that I just played, there was only like more elf to the enemies, but on the original game there's only sight. So that gives you like a good idea of how the game, because I've did a lot of videos, so you can always just check them out and see, because I think, well, I'm pretty sure that there's other video that I'm just going to the sight bonus for the enemies, and this is a totally different game, because right there I was just like, okay, I need to do more damage, but on the other one I was just, okay, I need to get more sight, because I can't do anything because all the monster will be out of sight for me. So yeah, so that there's so many stuff like the taunt portal and the events with the shrine and stuff. I just tried to recreate what I like the most from the original Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, of course. So like the enchantment and all the stuff were some stuff I really like about, like, not just getting the items but trying to improve them. And yeah, so really hope you guys enjoyed this this game. Hopefully that's gonna be there at your home very soon. Again, the date that needs to be remind is June 30. So at this date, that's going to be the end of the Pledge Manager, so you won't be able to buy the game again. I don't know when the game is going to be available into the retailers. Right now, this is not planned. I'm talking to some retailers in Canada to get the game first in Quebec, which is my own state, and hopefully to get the game into France, well, the Europe, and in US, but I don't know if that's gonna work. So this is the only way to get the game right now. I'm alone in all the process, if you didn't know. So this took me a lot of time, a lot of effort. If you ever bought the game, you're supporting my work directly, so thank you a lot for considering this. Thank you for sharing with your friends. Thank you for talking about Hellbringer. This helped me a lot, and I'm really grateful for anybody that are just supporting the game, even if that's just $1. If that's just the hero tier, whatever tier you select, whatever pledge you've selected. Thank you very much for supporting Hellbringer, and that's going to be the end of the video. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.